Institutes of Safety Professionals advocate nationwide simulation exercise to reduce preventable deaths in Nigerian markets. National Public Service Negotiating Council demands 154,000 naira minimum wage upward review of salaries and allowances for public workers in Nigeria. And former lawmaker Philip Aduda formally resigns his membership from the People's Democratic Party. This is Abuja Reports on AIT. I'm Nkoli Omodu. Welcome. There is a growing need for safety simulation exercise across the country, especially in marketplaces, to help in addressing avoidable deaths in the country. And this is according to the Abuja branch of the Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria at a safety simulation exercise in Otako and Garki markets in Abuja.
According to the Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria, Abuja branch, safety management during emergency in public places across the country needed to be taken seriously. Hence, people must be equipped with requisite knowledge on most effective and efficient ways to manage casualties during emergencies in public places, especially in market gatherings. Relevant emergency management authorities in Nigeria insist that increased awareness is needed in safety management before the arrival of an ambulance on the scene of an emergency, which can help in saving lives during emergencies.
Oh yes, the first few minutes after an accident or medical emergency determines whether the person lives or not. So when people are equipped with this knowledge, trust me, a lot of lives will be saved. We can prevent a lot of deaths, especially in public spaces like this. There are a lot of formal institutions, formal places we've gone to, they've given knowledge, but public spaces like this, people and informal spaces, people don't give them so much. So we have taken it upon ourselves as an institute to come and do this for people.
Some of the traders said the simulation exercise has equipped them with the relevant information to deal with emergencies and helplessness in attending to casualties.
But thank God, this knowledge taught me a lot. On a more serious note, I don't know about this before, but this thing now taught me a lot, very, very much. For the first time people came, I was scared. Even I dropped my food. I wanted to go and rush to say what is going on, but I thank God I recovered that. You people are just putting on the earth.
The facilitators, Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria Abuja branch, in partnership with Ambulance Academy, expressed the hope that the safety simulation exercise will increase awareness and improve public health, equip people to be able to help during emergencies.
In most cases, when emergencies happen and the right needed skills is not there, you end up losing people that you ordinarily wouldn't have lost them. Things like sudden collapse, things like fainting. Up to now, people pour water on casualties when they faint.
Absolutely. Now, this is why we're seeking partnership with national orientational agencies and other agencies, media, like AIT, we have AIT here, to project what we're doing here and to take it out.
Provide support for accident victims and prevent minor injuries from becoming major ones. Dimas Nanzan, AIT News, Abuja.
The National Public Service Negotiating Council, NPSNC, has demanded a 154,000 naira minimum wage, a 120% upward review of salaries and allowances for public workers in Nigeria to mitigate what it described as the life of a servitude currently being experienced in the country. The demand was contained in a letter addressed to the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, dated March 12, 2026, titled Urgent Need for the Upward Review of Salaries and Allowances for Workers in Nigerian Public Service and Commendation for the Approval of Gratuity Payment to Retiring Workers. The letter said despite their immense contributions, public service workers continue to face severe economic hardship due to the rising cost of living and the decline in purchasing power of their earnings. The workers group noted that over the years, Nigeria has experienced unprecedented economic pressures characterized by high inflation, increased fuel prices, rising transportation costs, and escalating prices of food items, housing, healthcare, and education. The letter was jointly signed by the National Chairman, Benjamin Anthony, and the National Secretary, Olowoye Gbenga. The group premised its demand on the outcome of an exhaustive meeting of the JNPSNC held on Monday, March 9, 2026, at the UPTA National Secretariat in Abuja. President Bola Tinubu has directed service chiefs to move to Maiduguri to take charge of the security situation following recent terrorist attacks in Borno State. In a State House statement issued on Tuesday, the president commiserated with the people of Borno, mourning those who lost their lives and sympathizing with the injured. He described the Monday attacks as desperate acts of evil-minded terrorist groups attempting to spread fear, noting that they remain under pressure from the nation's armed forces and security agencies. President Tinubu praised the courage and fighting spirit of Nigerian troops and civilian task forces for successfully repelling coordinated attacks on military positions, calling their actions patriotic and commendable. He also highlighted that following a recent security meeting with leaders of the security and intelligence agencies, he approved additional equipment and operational support to enhance their capabilities, and they are already underway. The president directed emergency response agencies to provide proper care for those injured, reaffirming that Nigeria will not tolerate terrorist activities anywhere in the country. He concluded that security forces will locate, confront, and defeat these criminal elements, and that the nation will not succumb to fear. And civil society organizations in Kogi State are urging the state government to sustain policies that promote transparency and accountability in governance. The groups made the call in Lokoja during the unveiling of a service charter for selected ministries, departments, and agencies, an initiative aimed at strengthening transparency, accountability, and efficiency in public service delivery.
The service charter outlines clear service standards, timelines, and expectations for citizens seeking services from government institutions. They also provide a framework that enables the public to hold ministries, departments, and agencies accountable for services they deliver.
It also talks about grievance mechanism. If citizens are not happy with a particular service, they have a point person that they can go to go and report. So we think that document is a blueprint for how we can develop together and improve the quality of services that we provide to our citizens.
A possible pitfall which we are trying to avoid is to be able to work closely with the head of service to address what we call the behavior and characters of civil servants complying to their mandate and services to be delivered. So by virtue of that, the head of civil service of Kogi State has created a unit which they call Servicom unit, and staffs has been selected from each of these Servicom units to be trained.
Speakers at the event highlighted the importance of the charter in promoting transparency, improving service delivery, and strengthening public trust in government institutions. They described the initiative as a public commitment by government agencies to provide efficient and quality services to citizens.
The charter is so important to us, particularly to the Ministry of Education, because of our engagement with the grassroots, to ensure that we deliver qualitative education to the people, to ensure that people actually receive this education, and ensuring that the service delivery that is accrued to the people actually get to them.
We have discovered over the years that service delivery has not been, very efficient. And that is why, we have gone into this to ensure that we look at the mandate of each of the ministries to see how we can make the ministries to perform their functions better through the use of this service charter.
With the unveiling of the service charter, residents of Kogi State are expected to have a clearer channels to lodge complaints and seek redress whenever service standards are not met by government institutions. Tehumba Akaya, AIT News, Lokoja.
Cyberbullying charges instituted against activist Omoyele Sowore over alleged defamatory comments directed at former Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun had been struck out by a federal high court in Abuja. Trial Judge Justice Suleiman Lehman struck out the 16-count charge due to lack of diligent prosecution, citing the failure of the Nigeria Police Force to actively pursue the matter. The court's decision followed an application by Showore's legal team, which urged the court to strike out the charges on the grounds that they lacked merit and constituted an abuse of legal process. In January 2025, then Inspector General of Police Egbetoko filed criminal charges against Sowore, accusing him of defamation and incitement after Sowore publicly described him as an illegal IGP. You're still watching Abuja Reports live from Akwaduma Hill Studios in Asukoro. And here is a reminder of our top stories. Institute of Safety Professionals advocate nationwide simulation exercises to reduce preventable deaths in Nigerian markets. National Public Negotiating Council demands 150,000 naira minimum wage upward review of salaries and allowances of public workers in Nigeria. And lawmaker Philip Adu from the People's Democratic Party. Of women education, mentorship, and community outreach.
In commemoration of International Women's Day, the Association of Professional Women Engineers have reaffirmed its commitment to giving back to society, with a special focus on empowering the girl child. Across the country, the association, through its 44 chapters, is actively reaching out to schools at the grassroots level, ensuring that young girls are not left behind in the pursuit of education and professional development. The initiative goes beyond awareness, as the society is creating structured mentorship programs designed to guide each girl child toward achieving her full potential.
The theme being give to gain. If we look at it very well, it's time for us to invest in the girl child. But APWEN is really diversity inclusive, so we are also saying STEM for all. So we are here to reach out to like-minded individuals who believe in what APWEN is doing to come together and give back to the society.
While the initiative continues to gain momentum, the Association of Professional Women Engineers is calling on government at all levels to lend support through policies, funding, and partnerships that will sustain and expand these efforts.
Strategic partnerships must be fostered, strengthening collaboration among women engineers, industries, government agencies, development partners will facilitate knowledge sharing, innovation, and sustainable business growth.
The world is beginning to recognize the place of women being at the forefront and not just in the kitchen or in the background. For us as engineers, we pride ourselves with promoting our female colleagues.
Highlight of the event was a presentation by female students of various schools in Abuja on the need for the girl child to embrace STEM education.
The Hague Institute for Innovation of Law has highlighted the need to strengthen the role of the media in achieving ethical, balanced, and accurate reportage of land-related disputes, especially in areas affected by farmers-herders clashes in Nigeria. Country Representative Hill, Nigeria, Ijoma Nwafo, who stated this in Abuja during a media parley on land conflict guidelines in Katsina, Kaduna, Benue, and Plateau, says beyond the newly developed guidelines for prevention and resolution of land-related disputes, the media parley is aimed at tasking journalists to actively transform wrong narratives, prevent conflict, and strengthen resilience through responsible reporting.
Journalists can shine the light on successful peace committees and traditional mediation systems that often go unnoticed. I would like to challenge all of you here as Nigerians first. Why don't we tell our stories better?
Experts who have resolved most of these land justice problems between farmers and herders, people who have actually gone to the field, we came up with them presenting all 4 states in the room, and that's we had 2 expert meetings where we discussed the justice problem.
While highlighting the pivotal role played by the media in shaping public perception on issues, other key players at the event urged journalists to verify land dispute facts before framing them as ethnic conflict, while highlighting peace-building solutions, engaging local mediators and traditional rulers in their reportage.
We encourage, and we have donors, we have implementing partners in these states that are engaging young people, that are helping to build, to engage and work with stakeholders on the positive pathways of engaging young people, engaging women. These are traditionally marginalized groups in peace management, conflict and resilience building.
Even if you do not know of the existence of cattle routes, the question is, how can we put heads together and have certain agreements about how we can enjoy the seasons together between pastoralists and farmers.
The event, which brought together media experts and development partners from across the country, provided an avenue to enable participants gain more knowledge on the development of land conflict guidelines for the aforementioned states and seek lasting measures in achieving peaceful coexistence in the country. Former lawmaker and minority leader of the 9th Senate, Philip Taminimo Aduda, has formally resigned his membership from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, citing ongoing internal crisis within the party. In a resignation letter dated March 17, 2026 and addressed to the PDP chairman of Karu Ward in Abuja, Aduda stated that his decision takes immediate effect, marking the end of his long-standing affiliation with the opposition party. Aduda, who served as a senator representing the Federal Capital Territory in the 7th, 8th and 9th National Assemblies from 2011 to 2023, expressed appreciation for the opportunities he received during his time in the PDP. He noted that the party had provided him with a platform to serve the nation in various elective capacities, underscoring his years of political engagement under its banner. The resignation comes amid reported tensions and divisions within the party, which have led to a series of high-profile defections and internal disagreements in recent times. While Aduda did not elaborate extensively on the nature of the crisis, his departure adds to growing concerns about stability within the party as it navigates internal challenges ahead of future political contests. His key political foot soldiers in the FCT, including the re-elected chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council, Christopher Mekelango, and the chairman-elect of Kuje Area Council, Samuel Danjuma Shekwolo, and all who joined the All Progressives Congress last year, an indication that he may contest the senatorial position in next year's general election. The Chairman, Policy and Manifesto Committee of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, John Odige Oyego, has revealed that the final draft of the document will be presented to the public within 10 days. Odige Oyego disclosed this to AIT's Funke Oglolu after the interim report and policy principles presentation in Abuja, saying that the draft demands developing a coherent, solution-driven policy framework that positions the ADC not merely as a political party, but as a government in waiting. During the submission, the chairman of the committee said through the efforts of 11 sectoral subcommittees, the committee examined the major pillars of Nigeria's national life, including agriculture, economy, security, reform, health infrastructure, governance, and rule of law.
We are going to provide a leadership that thinks before it acts, leadership that builds institutions that work and are prepared to be of service to the people. This is the responsibility before us.
For us in the ADC, politics must never be about power for the sake of power. It must be about service, it must be about accountability, and the courage to do what is right for our people and for our country. Armed with this manifesto, we will move forward with renewed confidence, united in purpose, and determined to offer Nigeria leadership that inspires hope and delivers results.
Jige Oyegu further noted that all 11 subcommittees had submitted structured reports, achieved full submission compliance, and establishing the foundation of a comprehensive policy architecture, adding that it is not the end of the work, but the beginning of the most important phase. He explained that the manifesto will not only tell Nigerians what the party promised to do, but to show Nigerians how the ADC intends to end the enormous challenges facing the country. The committee is expected to begin structured consultations across the country, including sectoral validation sessions with experts and practitioners for the engagements to ensure that the policies produced are grounded in the realities of Nigerians across all regions if the party wins key political offices the 2027 elections. You're still watching Abuja Reports. Time to bring you some sports stories. Okay, apologies, we are not able to bring you sports stories. That's Abuja Reports. I'm Nkoli Omodu. Many thanks for staying with us. The news hour is at 8 p.m. to join us then.